Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik, and this is a Game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun. He is the allied player and I choose Japan. This is scenario 1 and we are arriving at 15th August 42. After this turn I will make the tracker check special episode, and then I will see if there's activity or not, and skip some more turns. We had now some activity at Karachi, also at around the Townsville there was some tank battle. I can think here patrol craft, India patrol craft, local escorts, not really warships. Some airstrikes. Today my infantry division will attack again, so the second battle with enemy tank units. And more tanks are breaking down. I'm blocking normally the retreat path, so I really have high hopes that the Americans must surrender and go leave the map. Only problem is American units, I guess they have the biggest replacement pool. So if I destroy American units, they're more easy to replace compared to Australian, India or British units. But what is dead is dead. Maybe we'll come back, but not today. Or not tomorrow. I need a little, maybe 3-4 months or 6 months to be rebuilt. And then reshipped again. This is the point because Australia is at the end under siege. Everything what is in Australia Xargun can use, but I'm not so sure if there's a possibility to get a lot of stuff to Australia in the next months. Maybe in summer of 43 this can change if 10 new American fleet carriers will enter the service, and I have a hard time to keep the siege of Australia up. But the next 6 months I have normally no doubt. I have air power, I have sea power. My forces are all well trained, and a good supply situation is now nearly all over the map. I have nearly too much supplies now in Japan. Don't know more what to do with them. But I say this today here in end of 42, maybe in 43 I will ask for more supplies. So, both tank units, very weak. Surrender. This is the end of this American attempt. A lot of tanks. Of course, these are vehicles, not only tanks. Who knows what are tanks and what are vehicles, but they both are destroyed. Fine. And for me, there was no... They surrendered outright. There was no battle. That is fine here. The Chinese are not getting stronger at the end. And that is at the end... Oh, this is more or less what I can ask for. That the Chinese are in check and no threat for the coming weeks, months, maybe even years. Good. Their losses are nearly nothing. I destroyed this India patrol gunboat. Patrol gunboat, no? Patrol. So they are able to damage and sink submarines, not much more. So a cheap corvette, maybe. In China, no real change. I bomb here, try to catch this guys. I must be a little careful what is around here, but my main focus is if I can open this minor road and get a direct connection to Chengdu, this will help me. Then maybe I can try to take this base and encircle Chongqing a little more. Nothing else here at Burma, no activity, nothing at Ceylon. My forces are retreating from Karachi back, no airstrike attempt. Everything is fine, Perth is fine. I sent out a new carrier division to New Zealand because I was not sure if maybe Xargun is trying to sneak by Australia. Up to now I have really only some light cruisers here and my battle cruisers in the Far East. And this was a clean victory for me. I think tanks in open terrain, army units, open terrain without air power, it's like Africa, North Africa. You control these guys, you nearly won the battle already at the ground. And this is maybe not the best division, but it's enough firepower plus all the air power I have here. Good. Yeah. I will now make the tracker check turn. I can maybe, because I will use the tracker and not here the in-game stuff, so I can maybe show first here a little more stuff. So you have this M5s, I mean, used them already, I think 2 months already, but never had an air clash up to now. They was not able to show up or show what they can do. This aircraft is normally really improvement over the M2, so you have higher altitude, more fire, I mean, not more firepower, but it's also more durability, so will not break down too easily. But again, I was not able to really do anything with this. So my pilots are trained in air and defense, that is standard, and then I also train them now Navy bombardment. And because I had simply nothing else to do, they also bombed the ground forces and learned some skills here. But this air wing is mostly, at least 50% are elite pilots, but I don't put them in Trapcom. I also have here numbers of Helen 2As, again, and the 2A is already with armor and with a little more range. The 2B will also come soon online, and then I have even better armament. So you can see that this is all fine. The only problem is here again, you have a lot of these light machine guns and they are useless. We have only this cannon. And the upgrade, the 2B, will change most of the light machine guns to heavy machine guns, similar to a B-17. Then you have more capability to really hurt the enemy fighter. This will maybe not save your bomber, but it will maybe inflict damage to the fighter, and then the fighter must return to base. And the pilots are also well skilled, so yeah. They train already Navy bombardment, ground bombardment, and sub-hunting is the third skill I teach them. And of course defense is always up. So, but I can never test them up to now. There was no real battle, no. I bomb, and there's no enemy cap, so I don't know how well they're really doing with these high skills. We will see. But this is fine. So what else I can show for? I can also say that I have already some special bomber killers here. I mean, your fighter bombers, the Nix. They're waiting for enemy bombers to show up without escort. And you must only be careful that this is really a bomber killer, but they cannot fight enemy fighters. So they are I think they are the best what Japan have in 42, maybe even 43 for night fighter. They don't have radar, of course, but they have armament and they have 20mm cannon. So if you give them enough skills, then they are able to shut down everything what is incoming. I don't say they are good, but they are the best what Japan have. Yeah. And anything else special? Here in Burma, I think I was able to already upgrade one of my first. Yeah. So my first Oscar 2A air wing is also ready. I tried to make a port strike, but weather grounded the force because the skip was a change from 2A to 2, no, from 1C to 2A. 2A is first faster, but 2A also have more range, only 1 hex more range, normal. But more importantly, I would say you get first a little more speed, that is always important. You can also now fight in 20,000 or equally good, similar to the M50. But I would say more important at the end to use this aircraft for some other roles is now this is really a fighter bomber. Now this aircraft can carry 250 kilogram bombs in normal range compared to the Zero with only 60 kilo. So you can use this now for navy strike, port strikes, whatever you want to. 250 kilogram can really inflict damage. So what else I can explain? Not really. Cargo still under repair in Colombo. My ships are coming back. There's nothing else to show here. Maybe I can go to Japan. So the situation in Japan and Tokyo, I have enough resources, 1.7 million oil, 1 million tons crude oil. Only the standard fuel is slowly going down. So Japan cannot produce enough fuel locally to feed all the heavy industry. Plus my incoming ships and going out ships, it's simply too much. Sooner or later, if I drop here maybe under 250,000, I have to start to ship fuel from Dutch East Indies to Japan. But up to now, I don't not really need to do this. I have here now, for Japan, very high numbers of supplies. Nearly 173,000 tons of supplies. Never had so much before. And I really don't need them. But I also don't know where I want to ship them now. Because no base really asked for them. Sooner or later I have to do something. I mean, I ship all this stuff to Townsville, and this action at Australia will consume a lot of supplies, so I need to ship more supplies to Townsville, that is true. I also need more supplies maybe in Perth. There's a convoy already on the way, but well, it's just arrived. I have here again 80,000 supplies nearly. So, yeah, I don't know where I really want to put something. What I can show here is again maybe air losses overall. So roughly kill ratio is 7 to 11, 7.5 to 11. That is not terrible, bad or good. It is standard, I would say. For Japan, my high, you can still see nothing really changed. This is all the older first generation of medium bombers. I lost a lot and other stuff. Nothing too crazy. And for the allies, it's similar. Nothing really high standing out. What is standing out, I would say, is that the amount of sky trains are dead by ops losses is high. That is nearly the highest kill ratio or kill count for me or for the allies. I mean, only the Hudson's is really far off. But again, not really critical for the allies. So Xargun is holding back all of 1,000, 2,000 bombers here. Ship sunk for Japan. Overall, so I still lost this 2 AMCs early on, a tanker, a good tanker, and some submarines and some destroyers, but nothing critical so far. For the allies, this is the reported sunk. Again, you must wait up to 3 months to really confirm everything or discharges. So Hornet Enterprise and 2 British carriers sunk, a bunch of heavy cruisers and other equipment. So the Navy war is heavily in my favor. Air war is basically balanced, and land fight is also in my favor. And base control is also in my favor. So it's a 3 to, I don't know. I mean, I can see the kill count, the score points are in my favor. Good. And little for industry. Engine production is going well. I have everywhere the bonus, only the H60, but I don't really need the bonus. It's too special. You can see that the H45 is coming soon, active, and then I can start to build up the engine bonus. The H43 is the high-end engine for the last generation of fighters, more or less, for the Japan, or bombers, whatever aircraft. So this needs a little more time. I produce some stuff, aircraft, but nothing too over aggressive. 100 Helens per month, 140 Oscar 2As, 160 M5s. I maybe don't even need this more, but I produce them. And also 60 Nels M3s. Most important is maybe the Emily, but I produce 30 per month, so 1 per day. But I don't really have high losses. AMD looks fine. M8 is coming closer and closer. I increase the amount of aircraft, well, AMD tools for the torpedo bombers, new dive bombers. I also put some in the Oscar line, simply to finish the Oscar line completely, because I need normally the last Oscar before the key 84 arrive, because once the key 84 arrive, I don't need any Oscar normally more. The Tojo 2A is also getting closer and closer, but of course still some months away. But I don't invest here anything more. I don't start production of Tojo so far. I simply skip it. I don't see it as necessary. So the 2C is the last line of Tojo, with 4 heavy machine guns and armament. And everything else is standard stuff. Good. Maybe the production of ships, but no real change here. So carriers are... No, wait, this is wrong. This is... So there's nothing really coming fast more. This is all 43 stuff. Escort carriers are similar. Battleships are all on hold up to now. I wait that I reach May of 43. If there's a May 43, I will start the construction of the battleship. Simply because in May... Oh, it could be April. Maybe I can even start the construction of Musashi now. April or May 43, you get the upgrades that the battleships get the radar. And without radar, I don't want to use the battleships. Light cruisers. Yeah, soon I get the better light cruiser, but you only get one special type here. The other light cruisers are also under construction. I have already one of these guys, but never in action. Destroyers are fine. Whatever is coming or is under production, I will always push them. I can never have enough destroyers. So in submarines, I only produce what is ready now in 42. What is 43, I will normally not produce more. Good, and see you next time with the tracker episodes. Take care, bye bye.